Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to show you a few different ways you can visualize your data with first of all data bars, then sparklines, then a quick chart, and then looking at the repeat function. So first of all, let me just type a short list of people. I've already got this list embedded into Excel, so I've added that list. If you don't know how to do that, basically you type your list and then you go to File, down to Options, into Advanced Options, and then down the bottom here you've got Edit Custom Lists. I'll get down there. There we go, Edit Custom Lists. You just import it in there along with these other ones, and then you can access this list and any spreadsheet you open, and you can also sort by these lists as well, same way as you would sort Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. So that's how you do that. Cancelling that off, cancel that off. So let me just put some figures next to these guys. Like that. Now, what you've got is a conditional formatting data bar. If I highlight these, I can go to conditional formatting and select data bar, and these are just different styles. The top ones are gradients, so like semi-see-through, whereas the bottom ones are solid. I'll go for that one. So you can see the figures there now. But what I tend to do with the data bars is not that. If I undo that and just create a little link here, if I go equals that, and then just tick that formula, get the little black cross and pull that down. I just need to clear that spark line off. So then I do it like that, and then you can highlight this and go into conditional formatting, manage rules, and edit that data bar, and basically just say show bar only, and also change this so it's on number, and that one's on number, and then you've got 0 at the bottom and 100 at the top. Okay to that. Okay again. So it gets rid of the numbers, but if I change this number, say to 100, that should go all the way across like so. So put that back to whatever it was, 45 or whatever. So that's one way you can visualize this data. Another way you could do this is you could just basically highlight that and insert a spark line, which quite a lot of people get mixed up with charts because it sits next to the charts. I'll pick on column 1, and it's basically asks you where you want that to go. So if I click in there and then click OK, that is the spark line for this data. And you've got different options you can change up there. Look, different color schemes. You can pick whatever you want. You can put high marker, low marker, and stuff like that. Or last thing, you can get them to color in. You can merge and center that so it's all in one cell, like so. Or you could have gone, if I do undo on that, you could have gone the other way just to make it wider. Merge and center on that one, so it stands out a bit, and then block it off and do merge and center again, like that. So you've got this now reacting to that. So if I type in 56 there, that's going to grow, this is going to change, as you can see. So that's 2 data bars, spark lines. And then the other one is a chart, so I'm going to highlight that. And the key command to get a column chart is Alt F1. That gives you a column chart, don't need that label. And then you can position this wherever you want to go. If I put it underneath there like that. You might, if you wanted it to be like this, you could have done a bar chart. That would be going sideways, but that's basically how you do that. Just make that a bit smaller still. So all 3 things now are reacting to this. So if I put that to 76, press enter, the chart moves, the data bar moves, and so does the spark line. So this is all to do with creating visuals in Excel that are easy to understand and easy to use. Now the last thing that you might want to do is you could use the repeat function to repeat a text string, but this is a bit more of an involved process. So if I just type the letter A and then B and then C there and put some figures next to it, I'll just go 10, 5 and 4. So I've got some figures. So the function's called repeat, so equals repeat. That's it there, repeat, not replace. So I'll just get that one. So your text is that cell, comma, by that many times, basically. And then I'll tick that, and then it does all the A's. Now if I just drop that down for the others, and I'll just reduce that font down quite a lot to 8, so it's quite small. Now what you can do, instead of having it saying A, B, 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 C, 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 etc., you can just change the font to something else. Like if I go in here and get down to the W's and go for wingdings. So under wingdings, you've got different styles, and as soon as you pick one of these, if I find wingdings, there's wingdings 2. You see it comes in with these different styles. Now if I make this a bit bigger so you can see that, put it back up to 18, and then if I pull that one down so it's the same, you've got different features coming in there to put 23. So that obviously grows, that's why you make the font smaller. So back down to 8, like so, and it's not as intrusive. So this is reacting to whatever you type in here. So I think this is of use if you're only doing small numbers, like single digit numbers like that. But if you're doing larger numbers, I think it's not really of any use to anybody. I'll put that back up to 18 now. I've made it down into small numbers so it's easier to see, like so. So there's 4 different items that you can use to visualize your data in Excel. Data bars are very common, obviously so are charts, and sparklines quite often misused because they sit next to the charts, and people pick these when they meant there was wanting to pick a chart or column chart or something like that. Basically a sparkline is in the back of a cell. So if I wanted to delete that chart, I just click on it, delete. If I want to delete that sparkline, I'm pressing delete, it's not going. You have to go up to the ribbon and click on clear. And then when you clear that when you clear it, you're basically clearing the background out, and that's where that's gone. And then you'd have to remove the merge cells. But that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can create different visuals just by clicking on items on the ribbon. So hopefully this video is of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.